and the Seattle Seahawks. His first carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 6-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Powers through, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
17 yards on the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken by one of the up and a very short kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Hines.
Indianapolis.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
38-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10. At their own.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
11 on the play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
To
Calvin Ridley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
For the extra point.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for two is denied.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3 yards to go.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that was dangerous. We'll throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Number 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Marlon Mack ready to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
This is Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 at this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carlos Dunlap. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kari Willis there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And now look at him go. The 20.
If you were me,
10.
you'd do this too.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 77 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Score, Colts 35, Seahawks 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 23. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 10.
It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. On the option, it'll be Wilson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
A 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13 at the Colts 41-yard.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Seattle Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson, being chased out left. This is caught, Watkins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal.
A big play there for Indy. 58 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jaquaski Tart on the tackle. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Kaepernick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Colts going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
And 12.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquaski Tart. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did. So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.